Hey everyone, Humphrey here with Router Gods here in Krakow, Poland. And I know many of you are going to be coming into Krakow and going possibly into Ukraine in the next coming weeks and months. So I'm going to do a video on how to get here, things to basic stuff like money, SIM cards, communication, English, all that good stuff, how to get to your hotel via the taxi. Because like many of you, this is my first time in Poland and figured I'd lessen your stress a little bit. So how do you know I'm in Krakow? Well, let's just turn the webcam around. Let's just take a look out there. Situation here in Krakow is, I know it's like blown out there, but yeah, that's the river. Really nice. Okay, so the situation in Krakow right now is normal. Everything's open, shops are open, hotels are fine, people are walking around. It's about 2 to 2.5 hours away from the Ukrainian border. So that's one big reason why people are dropping into Krakow right now, is because it is probably the closest that you can get in Poland to the Ukrainian border, like the closest large city. Some people are going through Warsaw, but Warsaw, it is a little further hike if you want to get into Ukraine. Also, a lot of the refugee camps and a lot of the people that are coming in from Ukraine, the refugees, are coming by train, by car, they're walking, and they're coming up to the border, which is about a 2.5 hour drive or train ride away from Krakow. In fact, in Krakow, there's the main railway station that is taking people in from the eastern border, and those trains are very full. I haven't actually ridden them, but according to people that I talked to that are working with the aid agencies, I'm in a famous hotel right now, and downstairs are all the aid agencies. Yeah, that's where your money goes. But downstairs, all the aid, the higher ups for the aid agencies are there, and they've been telling me that the trains, after refugees hit the border, they get on trains and they come into Krakow. Those they come in full, but going back out, so west to east, going back to the border, not too many people there, other than a couple aid workers and stuff like that. They're trying to stuff them with food and other supplies to deliver to needy people. So Krakow's probably the place to be. It's already loading up with folks. In fact, my flight getting here, the main way of getting here if you're in Europe is through Frankfurt, Germany, and so that's the way I took. Plane was surprisingly full of Americans, a lot of church people. So this is where when you have a disaster, when you have a major humanitarian event, a lot of the church and religious folks come in. And in fact, I'm going to interpose a video. This is an incident that happened as soon as we landed at Krakow airport. We're still taxiing, and this guy doesn't really get out of his seat, but he starts with a sermon.
And so as you hear my voice, Jesus is knocking on the door of your heart, and I urge you to open the door of your heart and call upon the name of Jesus. This is the greatest news of all time.
It's actually a pretty long sermon. It's about 2 minutes. I captured the tail end of it. Yeah, he's just spouting off. And he actually did get a couple applauses. A couple people did clap. Not the whole plane, but a couple of people did clap. I don't know if they were from his same group or whatever, but yeah, they are streaming in. And of course, you have the usual suspects like UNHCR, Red Cross, etc. here. All right, so we talked about Frankfurt to Krakow is the common route. There are other ways to go. Let's talk about immigration. So because this is the EU, most of your immigration has been done from the exiting airport. So in Frankfurt, I had to pass through border control checkpoint. They checked all my documents. When you're going into Poland right now, you need two things. You need the passenger locator form, the PLF. The passenger locator form you complete online. And then after you complete it online, you get this confirmation number. What I did is I took a picture of the confirmation number, put it on my phone. Very important. Screenshot it, put it on your phone, put it in your photos. The second thing that you need is a ART test. And in Frankfurt, if you go to Terminal B, or I guess it's, I forget the number of the terminal, but gate B60, there is a COVID testing center. and you get the ART test. I think it was 104 euros or something like that. I know you're going to a war zone. You still have to take a COVID test. Just deal with it. And they took the test. The result came in about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So if you land in Frankfurt in the morning and you're doing a transfer, you can easily, no stress, take your COVID test in the morning and get your results by the time if your flight is in the afternoon. So when you get the results for the COVID test, same thing, take a picture with your phone, put it in your photos. That way when you go up to the border guard, you can just swipe and make it easy for the border guard. So you do your immigration in Frankfurt, and then you get on the flight. Once you land into Krakow, you will have a pretty minor immigration because the immigration was front-loaded in Frankfurt. And it's just a table, and it's just a quick check of documents, and it took 15 seconds. I mean, it was the quickest. I don't even think I got a stamp in my passport. I have to check to see, but this is something that, as an American, it's kind of foreign to me. Once you're inside of EU, I guess you just kind of go around. So I know you guys in Europe are laughing at me right now, but yeah, I'm not used to this type of efficiency. Okay, so you get off the plane, you hit the immigration tables, you get past the immigration table, super easy. Then you go to your baggage claim. Now in the baggage claim area, you wait for your bags. It did take quite a while for the bags to offload. You will see, if you're coming in the next couple weeks, and this is early March, you're going to see lots of people with military duffel bags offloading, and green uniforms, camouflage uniforms, all types of uniforms. They're coming in, so don't be surprised to see that. Okay, while you're waiting for your baggage, you might be tempted to use the ATM machine. There's an ATM machine at the baggage claim area. The ones that you're looking for have Euronet on the side. When I was there a couple days ago, the ATM machine did not work. So collect your bags, and then you go through the green do not declare, because why would you go through the red one? Once you get out, your primary thing is getting money. Do not use any of the currency exchange booths there. They're going to hit you up with like some horrendous, the conversion is pretty bad, the rate is pretty bad. You're basically losing 15 to 20% of your money. You got an ATM card. Regarding the ATM card and your credit cards, you did put on a travel notice for Poland, didn't you? Because if you didn't, you probably should do that now. And your ATM card, I have Charles Schwab, worked just fine. You find a Euronet ATM in the main part of the airport. This is after baggage claim, after immigration. There's a couple of them out there, and pull out 1,000 zloty. I'm probably saying that wrong. Z-L-O-T-Y, zloty, I think. Exchange rate is approximately 4 to 1, so 4 zloty is $1. And so just pull out 1,000 through your ATM card. You will be given an option to do the conversion or to not do the conversion. Conversions at the top, no conversions at the bottom. I'll have all this text about the conversion. General rule of thumb is never take the conversion. Just let your bank do it for you. So general rule of thumb, never take the conversion, because that is a pretty big hit and fees and stuff like that. The ATM will probably charge a fee, but if you're using Schwab, it should be returned to you at the end of the month. That's why you pick Schwab or Sapphire Reserve or whatever the good cards are. Okay, the next thing you're going to need to take care of is a SIM card. And for the SIM card, really easy. You're going to stay in the airport, look to your left, look to your right. You're going to see a red sign that says for a Relay convenience store. Relay, R-E-L-A-Y. So walk into that store, go up to the counter. As soon as you go up to the counter, look to the right, you're going to see a wall with lots of these looking things, right? 100 GB, Bez Unlimited means unlimited, Bez Limitu, unlimited. Google Translate is your friend, but basically pick up one of these, and what will happen is you'll be charged 10 ZT, so you did hit the ATM before, right? Because this is where you need the money. So 10 to start the SIM card, and you get this. And then what you do is you're going to top it up through a website. Once you get back to your hotel, top it up, and you're going to top it up with different amounts, and you get different amounts of data. So the more you top up, the more data you get. You can see it's pretty affordable. It's not too bad. So what I did is I got it for 10 at the airport, popped it in my phone. Then I went to a website, it's somewhere on here that they give you. And basically, none of this is in English on this particular SIM card. So literally I had to put in put in every word into Google Translate. Or what you can do is you can install the Google Translate app on your phone and you point it, it's pretty cool. You point it at this and it superimposes the English all over it. So it doesn't work 100% of the time. Sometimes the translation sounds a bit weird, but it did the trick and I figured it out. If you only speak English, I speak English and Thai. I don't speak any Chinese. I don't speak Polish, that's for sure. Is it easy to get around? No problem so far. Actually, everyone in Poland I've spoken to speaks English. And of course, there's a Polish accent, but that's not their fault. That's you're in Poland. They're going to have an accent. We have an accent. So English is not a problem. Everyone here speaks English. Let's talk about taxis. You need to get to your hotel. So once you step out of the terminal, the curb closest to you, the curb closest to the airport is the official taxi line. You'll see a sign called taxi. So the taxis will drive up. They have a little taxi thing. There are taxis further on the curbs further away. You could also take a bus and a train and all that stuff, but heck, I didn't have time, so I just took the taxi, and from the airport to the main, kind of the old town central part of Krakow was 90 ZT. So if you convert it to dollars, 22 bucks. So I thought it was reasonable. Definitely more than if you took the bus. So another big question, if you're headed into Ukraine and you're looking for body armor, helmets, and that type of stuff, there are military surplus stores around. So in Google Maps, you look up military surplus. Also, the Polish word for like decommissioned military is demobile, D-E-M-O-B-I-L. So you could also search for that. Also, I mean, right now, this place is crawling with aid workers and people going in. So just ask around. You will find many official and unofficial places, and you may be even just handed some body armor if you get lucky. But that should not be a problem to procure if you're headed eastwards into Ukraine. If you're coming into Krakow and if you're going into Ukraine, and you want to private message me, you can do that through YouTube if you want. But for those of you who are going in, good luck, stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you on another video. Bye.